So a little bit of progress. This is the back of a Pep Boys, and it's being taken down. Some kind of changes, but along this wall were the perfect racks for my storage. I want to say our storage at this point, because there are people helping me, volunteering to help move these racks, and then there's someone else who helps with the selling of those building materials, and the building materials are bringing the money to straighten up that first house that's going to get rented. And everything's going to soon enough land on its feet. Now I should have videotaped the racks before, but this is already boring enough. So the uprights are 12 feet. The trailer is 8 feet. But I can make that work. There it is. We're loaded up. I called in the pros. Now that's pro scrapper. That trailer gets loaded like that every day and a half, sometimes even more. And this pallet racking, see if you can see in the sun. Where's the sun? Where should I stand? I think it was better that way. Let's see if you can read that. There you go. That's a real good deal for pallet racking. So all you people scrapping it, you should be selling it, because it usually goes for 3 times today's price. I'll show you where we took the pallet racking in just a second, but first I'm going to show you this. So I have walked in here and I have put up one upright over there and another upright over there. And you're thinking to yourself, how come you didn't move all this stuff out of the way? Because you can imagine negotiating one of those things into those spaces isn't exactly easy. Well, I thought that this would help me balance it, right? And then that bicycle over there is actually holding that one against the wall. So it seemed like a pretty good idea. Okay, none of that is why I did that. I simply thought there are 3 green beams out of the 13 that I purchased. Now, if you're going down the road and you have 13 beams, isn't that unlucky? Well, I happen to have 4 green beans. What did I say? That's that Jack and the Beanstalk talk. I have 4 green beams. And I was thinking to myself, I need 4 beams here. So why take them all the way down there? And I thought, well, because you loaded them first and all the weight is on top of them. Well, I've got to talk fast because the camera battery has already given me a warning and shut off once. But look, here we are. Those are 7 foot tall, the whatevers, and 8 foot wide. And look, they even have my middle name. It's the next day, and our pallet racking has arrived. I've opened the doors. These doors have no springs, or partial springs or something. They're very heavy. That one's okay. Anyway, all this stuff was on carts. The carts were here. The dolly was up under the Suburban. And that's the area where the pallet racking is going to stand. In a perfect world, there would be one in this corner and one 12 feet away, but I don't have the 12-foot beams yet. I need 4 12-foot beams. So tonight I'm going to build with just what I have. Don't want, pieces laying around. That defeats the purpose. So this is to help with storage, not to create more storage. And this is a very messy area. I'm going to work just like what I did with the shed. I'm gonna work around with everything that's here. I love this. Well, this is a to be continued. Let me show you how far I got. That looks like a mess? Yes. Okay, so way up there I'm gonna have mini doors and those boxes of screen. It took a long time to get this set up. I showed you a little bit of a video of setting up in the garage. I did that in like 20 minutes. This took 6 times as long, and it was a chore. Could be because that's 12 feet, basically 4 meters. But here's the scoop. All the subframes, which are very heavy, are going to be on ground level across the bottom. Then on this level here, I have a sizable collection of windows. And all those windows will clear this area out. And they will sit up there. They won't be too high that you can't take them down, but just by walking up. And the bottom will be subframes, windows, and then some doors and hoods. Not sure where all this is going to go. But here was the problem. Those are 8-foot beams. And over there I wanted 12-foot beams, but I didn't have that. I got what I got. So I set up an 8-foot beam, and I had hoped that it would reach here, so you could still pass through this doorway. And then when I got the 12-footers, I could switch them out. That way I could use all that space. No luck, because the beam hits right about here. So, no bueno. So I'm going to look around for 4 12-foot beams. That'll carry us over into this corner here. Once that is done, all that storage space will pretty much help empty out the rest of the one house that's being converted from storage to active rental. And then there's a floor over here, and that floor will be extended over to where you see the upright starting. This way you can climb up there, walk on the floor, and access everything at that level. Should be perfect. The most important thing about this is, for the cost of $100, I have all this space that was previously not used that's going to be used. And I'll get this looking tidy. I was just tossing things around yesterday. Alright, it is time to go visit someone in another city, pick something up, and then I think there's 120 more ups to do today, and I should be home around midnight or so, maybe a little after that. I'm looking forward to being back here to do more of this. But other obligations, they come first. Okay, let's see what I can show you next. And this is what has changed. So these doors are in very, very poor shape, and I was going to pressure wash them and scrape them and all that kind of good stuff and get them painted. Well, I decided to just hand wash them where they needed and paint them, because to tell you the truth, as soon as there's an opportunity to buy a better used door, I'm going to grab it. So really, from the street, this looks 1,000 times better, and people passing by, they're going to be happy that things are changing, and they might like the color. Hopefully they will. If not, maybe we'll paint another color. But I love it. I think it really worked out well. Black seems to be the trend about. Wow, it's been 5 years, they tell me. 5 years ago I was in Florida repossessing some bicycles. My only time where I had a bad experience in the bike world. And at the time, we took the bikes, we took them, not quite by force, but we took them. And then we went riding, and then we went to get some hamburgers, and the place we stopped had decorations in black like this. This gray color should have a little bit of a tinge, I think is the word I'm trying to say, of green in it. You can't see it in this light. But since 5 years ago, I've wanted to use this color combination. And I think it's working out fine. Need to get some kind of fancy old lights on the outside of this place. Okay, enough of that. I didn't mean to bore you. I hope you've learned to play my videos at 1.5 or 2 times the speed. That helps. And I'll find something interesting tomorrow. Thank you very, very, very much. It's a nice day and a fantastic sky. The dragon landed 2 days ago. Congratulations to that whole team.